Hi everybody, hope you're all well. This is part 17 of 31 Days in August. I know, 17 videos in 17 days, sorry. Not including a couple of other videos that I've done for other people and an answer to various things that I've been doing on the internet and everywhere else. Today's comic is a complete ongoing series. You might not have heard about it. It didn't run for very long, but it's definitely one of my all-time favourite series ever, I think. If I did my top 10 comics of all time video again, it might just squeeze in about number 9, number 10. I think it must have been about number 12 last time. But rereading it, it reminded me how much I really loved this series. And it's by Keith Giffen and Tom and Mary Beerbaum, and it's The Heckler. There you go, that's issue 1. Issue 2. Issue 3 with the Cosmic Clown on the front cover there. Issue 4, absolutely fantastic cover. Big red button, do not push. Should I? Issue 5, all mayhem issue. And issue 6, unfortunately the final issue. In one end, out the other. It was hilarious, absolutely hilarious, and completely mad little series. It followed the exploits of a character called the Heckler, who in real life was a guy. Well, in real life in the comic books anyway, was a guy called Stuart or Stu Mosley, who he was a co-owner of I suppose you call it a greasy spoon or a diner that was called Eats. But with every issue, the people who made the signs always botched it up. In the first issue, it was called Fats instead of Eats. By the last issue, the word didn't resemble the word Eats at all. Now, the Heckler was a superhero in the loosest possible sense of the word. He didn't really have many powers. The only power he had was his amazing ability to be sarcastic. There's no real origin for the Heckler. I think that if it had gone further than 6 issues, we probably would have got an origin issue for the character. But because it only went on for 6 issues, we don't really know what the actual, how Stu become the Heckler and why he become the Heckler. Now the Heckler fought some great villains in the comic. You had Boss Glitter, which was the main mob boss of the city that was based in, called Delta City. He was a very sort of theatrical, was like dandy character who always wore extremely elaborate masks and very frilly clothing and that. You had the PC Rabbi, who was an ultra conservative TV celebrity, media celebrity. What else did you have? Oh, there was a character you saw on the front cover of issue 2 called John Doe, the generic man, who tried to take over Delta City by turning everything into a generic blank copy of themselves. So you'd see a dog, but it wouldn't be a dog, it would just be a blank white outline of a dog with possibly the word dog written on it. As I said, you had the Cosmic Clown, which was a robot assassin, dressed like a clown, and it was you know, it was just a hilarious comic. It really was. Sorry, it's about 5 minutes to midnight here, so I'm quite tired. Yeah, I mean, possibly the best characters in here were the 4 mopeds of the apocalypse. Instead of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse, it was the 4 mopeds of the apocalypse. You had the characters. You had Skippy, who was supposed to be death. You had Famine Lass, who was supposed to be famine. Plague Boy, who was supposed to be plague, and of course Kid Pestilence, who was of course supposed to be pestilence. And they were supposed to usher forth the into this reality of a being called the Flying Buttress, which was a demon, which it was just a digestive system. So there you go. Yeah, it had some really good stories, and there's some really funny stories. I mean, with the Cosmic Clown, it was just absolutely hilarious, and the John Doe character was, I think he could have easily have fought Batman, personally. Now, interestingly enough, there's another comic from Keith Giffen called, I think it's called Vex, or Vexed, which the title character of that also was based in Delta City. And when Keith Giffen took over the Doom Patrol, just before DC did their reboot, the Doom Patrol fought a battle in Delta City, which was nearly completely decimated because of all the different dimensional, all the different versions of the Doom Patrol that turned up all at once and almost completely destroyed Delta City. Now, I don't know if anybody else has seen many of these, but I haven't seen many copies of the Heckler out there. I don't know if it's because it just they didn't produce that many or not. But if you can see if you can pick up a copy of the Heckler, and if, like me, you like the character Ambush Bug as well, which I am a huge fan of Ambush Bug. I think I've got nearly every single comic that he's been in, including the cameos in there, like in Kingdom Come. You saw him in the bar in one of the issues, and I mean, I've got all the Doom, the Keith Giffen Doom Patrol that had the Ambush Bug in it as well, and all the miniseries and all the one-shots that they had with Ambush Bug. And I think Keith Giffen is definitely one of the best comedy writers in comics that there are around today. I absolutely loved his take on the Justice League. I think that was possibly one of my favourite Justice League series ever. Was when just after DC had the Legends mini-series, which was a big crossover in the when was it, 1987? It was the first crossover that they had after Crisis on Infinite Earths, and after that they had Justice League #1 by Keith Giffen, and it was just one of the funniest and I think one of the greatest series that DC has ever produced. Really, the Keith Giffen Justice League was just absolutely brilliant. So yeah, if you like I said, if you can find this, if you like funny books, if you like weird out there books, really weird out there books like Ambush Bug, then you really can't go wrong with the Heckler, because it is such an amazing story, a comic. Like I said, there's 6 issues of it, so if you can find them, I shouldn't think it'd cost you too much money to pick up. And yeah, there you go. That is part 17 of 31 Days in August. Tomorrow, if I go behind me here, so I can get to it. Tomorrow we have, from the random viewer's choice that I did later on this afternoon, we have Hitman 38, which was picked by Dark and Howler. So there you go. That would be the comic that I will be reading and reviewing tomorrow. And then on Sunday we have Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 28, which was picked for me by Gambit 896, and that would be Sunday's comic. So yeah, there you go. That was a pretty quick one actually today. Yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you everybody for subscribing. Thank you everybody for watching, and everybody for giving me 2 numbers. If you want to be in with a chance of winning the 2 raffle prizes that I showed in the last video I just put up before this one, all you've got to do is give me 2 numbers, one between 1 and 51 and one between 1 and 300, and that will help me choose next weekend's comics. And yeah, if you give me 2 numbers, all you got to do is give me 2 numbers and be a subscriber to my channel, and be willing to give me an address to post the prize to off to you if you're lucky enough to win it. And you know, you could win those great prizes that I've got. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope that was interesting for you. I know it's a very short one, but with any luck I should be able to get more in-depth into the Hitman one, because there's only 1 issue. I just wanted to showcase the Heckler because I thought it was just a great series that, you know, if I'd gone through every single comic it would have taken me a couple of hours to go through every single comic. So I just thought I'd give you oversight of the whole series. So yeah, thanks for watching. Take care and see you tomorrow. Ta-ta for now.